What's good, y'all? This is Dez back with another video, you know what I'm saying? Switch word about the title of this video, I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, paying homage to, you know what I'm saying, basically this is a basketball team, you know what I'm saying, that changed history in, you know what I'm saying, college, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, basically, if you don't want to talk about it, it's the 1965 and 1966 Texas Western Miners, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying, Don Haskins, that was the head coach, you know what I'm saying? He was the one that actually, you know what I'm saying, put, you know what I'm saying, all black players into the starting lineup, you know what I'm saying? First time in NCAA history, you know what I'm saying, it's never been heard of, and you know what I'm saying? They went on to, you know what I'm saying, beat the Kentucky Wildcats, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying, that was like a damn their dream team, you know what I'm saying? They beat them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, that team there, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, eventually they made a movie about it, you know what I'm saying, called Glory Road, which is one of my all-time favorite basketball movies, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, cause the only thing, like, okay, in the movie, you know what I'm saying, they made Don Haskins seem like, okay, he just only played all the black players and all the white players had to sit, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm like, but you know what I'm saying, you gotta think about it, okay, you know, in Hollywood they gotta fictionalize a few things, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's a true story, they gotta fictionalize it just to fit the whole persona, you know what I'm saying? But that's how, you know what I'm saying, I actually watched the game, I'm like, no, he played all of them, cause I'm like, boy. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I say, the two subs, I think it was Never Shed and Willie Cage, yeah. They were really, like, basically, they were versatile, so it's like, I think Shed, he could play, like, the 3 through the 5, and then Willie Worsley, he could play the 1 through the 5, so it's like, yeah. So they were versatile, you know what I'm saying? It could have been possible, but it's like, theoretically and physically, it's like, nah, I'm gonna need them, you know what I'm saying? But overall, they had a nice little squad, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they had, David Palacio, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was, you know what I'm saying, definitely a top scorer, you know what I'm saying? Then they had Louis Badom, you know what I'm saying? Basically, he was one of the ones, like, he could have easily went to, like, a big school and dominated, but, you know what I'm saying, he stayed loyal to, you know what I'm saying, Texas Western, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he played behind David Ladden, you know what I'm saying? Which, hey, wasn't no issue with him. It's like, good. I'd rather have depth than, you know what I'm saying, to get the superstar, you know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, they had, what's that? Jerry Armstrong, you know what I'm saying, tough on defense. You definitely need that, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to, you know what I'm saying, have a balanced team, yes. And you got to play defense. It's good to score the ball, have offense, but, yeah, on the other end, we got to play defense, you feel me? And, like I said, you know what I'm saying, the list goes on, you know what I'm saying. They, like I say, they had Bobby Joe here at point guard, you know what I'm saying. He was smooth with it. He could do everything. Then, you know what I'm saying, they had Willie Worsley at the 2. Like I said, he was 5'6", but at the same time, hey, he played just like a giant. Hey, he can score the ball, that's for sure. Then they had Austin Artist at the small forward. Like, he was just a scorer, pure scorer, like, but he could hit it from anywhere. So, like I said, they had the 3-point line back then. Oh, yeah. He would definitely be, you know what I'm saying, up there with, you know what I'm saying, all the all-time 3-point shooters, you know what I'm saying, college, you know. Then they had Harry Flournoy, you know what I'm saying, hey, all he had to do was basically, hey, just rebound the ball, hey, the rest of the team would do the rest. So it was like, yeah, definitely, like I said, you definitely got to balance your whole team out, you feel me? Because, you know what I'm saying, you can't just always score the ball, you got to be able to do everything else. And then, you know what I'm saying, they had a big man, you know what I'm saying, Big Daddy D, you know what I'm saying, David Ladden, you know what I'm saying, they had him in the middle. And, you know what I'm saying, he was just a force in that middle. Like I said, you give him that ball, hey, don't give him too much room, because you're going to yam it right down the throat, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, whew, like I said, yeah, it was, overall, like I said, it was a nice little squad, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know what I'm saying, basically Texas Western, what it's called University of El Paso now, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, but back then, like I said, they never even heard of them, you know what I'm saying? So, I personally feel like Don Haskins, he took advantage of that, because like I said, he wasn't racist. It's like, nah, I don't care what color he is. If you, like say, if you can play, okay, I'm going to put you on the court, you know what I'm saying? So that was an advantage, you know what I'm saying? Because all the other schools, they were going after the white players, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, okay, he looked at, okay, got these color players over here, you know what? I'm going to use that to my advantage. So he got all the, you know what I'm saying, the best color players that he can find, and then, hey, he won a championship, you know what I'm saying? Now, in the movie, you know what I'm saying, it made it seem like he did all that in 1 year. Nah, I think, you know what I'm saying, he recruited, you know what I'm saying, year by year, but then by 1965, 1966, okay, yeah, they had their full squad, so yeah, they were good, you feel me? So, but like I said, I'm, you know what I'm saying, be reacting to, you know what I'm saying, a small bio on, you know what I'm saying, the whole championship season, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, if you're interested, definitely keep watching. So without further ado, we're going to get into it.
66. The Texas Western Miners men's basketball team won the national championship by defeating the University of Kentucky Wildcats 72-65 in College Park, Maryland. The team made history by starting 5 black players for the game.
Yeah.
At the time, public universities were starting to integrate, but major college athletic conferences, especially in the South, still remain mostly white. The Miners were coached by Don Haskins, a defensive-minded coach who went on to become a coaching legend. Willie Cager was a 6'5", lower post player on that historic team.
All I want to do is learn how to play defense for Haskins. Once I learn how to play defense, offense, I took care of myself. I'm from New York City, so
I love the defensive minded coaches, you know what I'm saying?
Cager says that the team had to deal with racism at the game when a Confederate flag was being waved around. But he says as a player, he dealt with worse, like the time he received a death threat after picking up a hotel room phone in Lubbock, Texas.
So, Don Haskins took over and called the FBI in and stuff, and it was like, okay after that, but, it was very scary.
Haskins may be in the history books for starting 5 African-American athletes, but according to Cager, Haskins just wanted his best players on the floor.
Right, he didn't care, like, he wasn't with all that racist stuff. Whoever can play, they can play good. Okay, I'm putting you out there. I don't care what color you is.
It was all black, so, but what can I tell you?
Right.
It's just happened that way.
Right.
Joe Gomez was a student at Texas Western College during that championship season. He has worked much of his life to have that 1966 championship team recognized. Gomez recalls what the atmosphere was like in El Paso during that time.
Everybody was excited because you got to remember, the Texas Western was the town's school, not just a team. It was a town school. Whether you owned an automatic transmission place on Alameda, it was Texas Western was your school for sports and for education and everything else. So the town wrapped their arms around this whole Final Four.
The victory in the national championship game in 1966 may be viewed by many as an upset, but Gomez says that's not the case.
Honestly, I never would have looked at it as an upset. And the reason why, Texas Western was the #1 rebounding team in the country, and we were top 3 in defense. So we knew that anything they could throw at us, we at least know we could play defense. But again, we knew that Adolph Rupp produced some pretty good basketball teams, and he was going to come.
That's in Kentucky at the time. They were like a damn near dream team.
That particular team was a very high-scoring team because they a lot of fast break. They didn't have anybody taller than 6'5", but they were great shooters. So we knew the defense was going to make a big difference in this game.
After the Miners' national title in 1966, colleges across the country, even in the South, began recruiting African-American athletes more frequently. The 1966 Texas Western men's basketball team was honored at the White House in 2006 and enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2007. In February, the team was honored at a UTEP men's home basketball game celebrating the 50th anniversary of the team. And at this year's Final Four in Houston, the historic team will be recognized for its accomplishments and the legacy that it left on the game of basketball and our country. For KRWG, I'm Anthony Moreno.
Hey, there you have it on now, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the coach, like I said, he wasn't even looking at like color-wise. He was just like, man, okay, if you can play ball, if you can play defense, okay, I'm gonna put you out there, you know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, just for the, like I said, the championship game, like I said, it wasn't the fact that, he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, change history and all that. He just put the best ones out there. He felt like, you know what I'm saying, that can win the game, you know what I'm saying? Just so happy, hey, all of them was black, you know what I'm saying? That's that soul power, you know what I'm saying? But you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, the whole starting lineup, like I say, Bobby Joe Hill, like I said, he could damn near do everything, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying, yeah, Willie Worsley, you know what I'm saying, basically, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was tough-minded, like, on defense, but, you know what I'm saying, whenever he had to score the ball, he could, and then, you know what I'm saying, Orson Artist, you know what I'm saying, he scored from damn near anywhere on the court, you know what I'm saying, so you definitely got a score right there, like that, that's gonna give you a bucket, then, you know what I'm saying, you got Head Flono, you know what I'm saying, rebounding the ball, and also, you know, he playing defense too, but rebounds, hey, that's definitely important in the game of basketball, you know what I'm saying, and, you know what I'm saying, you got Big Daddy, you know what I'm saying, David Ledden down low, you know what I'm saying, so you already got a post, you know what I'm saying, presence, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, just looking at them, but then looking at Kentucky, like I said, nobody was over 6'5". I was like, I mean, yeah, I think they got y'all on this one. Just like looking at it, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, no knock to them, you know what I'm saying. 'Cause they had a great team, you know what I'm saying. They was coached by, you know what I'm saying, a great coach, you know. They said they went in a fast break, but like the guy said in the video, he was like, okay, if you gonna play defense, oh yeah, like, okay. You know what I'm saying, you can slow them down. I ain't gonna say you gonna shut them down, but you can definitely slow them down to where you have a chance to win the game, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did, you know what I'm saying. But like saying, even like in the movie though, like I said, they made it seem like, you know what I'm saying, he just only played the black players. But I'm like, hey, if that was really true, I was like, wow, like, dang. But no, as I looked on the actual game, it's like, no, he played everybody, you know what I'm saying. 'Cause I'm like, 'cause I know Harry Florno, he got injured in the game, so it's like, damn. Yeah, you know, but it's like, yeah, once that injury happens, it's like, okay, you got to have everybody ready, you know what I'm saying. But hey, they still pulled through, you know what I'm saying. Hey, they changed history, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think afterwards, that's when they changed the name to the University of El Paso, you know what I'm saying? Playing when I was playing ball, yeah, actually, after watching the movie Glory Road, you know what I'm saying, I looked them up, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, whenever the time to come down, okay, if I want to play ball in college, okay, what team I want to go to? I definitely looked at them, and I remember calling, I actually remember calling one of the assistant coaches, I forgot his name. That was back in 2013, you know what I'm saying? So, I remember calling him, you know what I'm saying? He did send me like a questionnaire, you know what I'm saying? He just told me to fill it out and send it back, which I filled it out, and I think I sent it back, or I didn't send it back, I don't know. At that time, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to figure out where the hell I was going to go to college, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, it definitely inspired you, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, even from that team, you know what I'm saying, I know Bobby Joe Hill, I know he passed away in 2002, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, he could have went pro, but he decided not to, you know what I'm saying, he definitely could have did some things in the pros, you know what I'm saying. Okay, Willie Worsley, I know he played in the ABA for a little bit, and then afterwards, you know what I'm saying, he didn't really do too much else with basketball. And Austin Artist, you know what I'm saying, he definitely could have did some damage, you know what I'm saying, scoring wise in the pros, but you know what I'm saying, he just, after college, he just went back to Indiana. I think he became a police detective, you know what I'm saying, so hey, at the end of the day, hey, that's what you happy with, hey, more power to you, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying, Harry Florno, I forgot. Lord, I forgot what he did. But I know he didn't continue playing basketball after this. I know he had a successful career for sure. I just can't remember what his career was. My memory. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy, you know what I'm saying, David Ladden, you know what I'm saying, he got drafted by the Warriors, you know what I'm saying, in the first round, and I mean, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, just sometimes, like I said, when you a great player in college, you know what I'm saying, sometimes that just don't transfer over into the pros, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it happens, you feel me? Like, not saying that he's a bad player, but, you know, when you're in the pros, that's just like a whole different ball game, you know what I'm saying. Because I know he played for the Warriors, and I don't really think he did anything afterwards, you know what I'm saying. But I know he, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to have a successful career. Can't recall what he did, but, you know, he definitely successful with it. I think he got a grandson that play basketball. I forgot his name. But, yeah, so, like, they never shared. Yeah, he got drafted by the Celtics, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, that didn't last long, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, like I say, I think he later became a assistant coach for Don Haskins, you know what I'm saying, later on. So I was like, okay, yeah, you still was successful, you feel me? So, and Willie Cager, you know what I'm saying, like depicted in the movie, you know what I'm saying, he did have like heart problems and everything. So basically, after college basketball, yeah. I mean, physically he could have did something, but you know what I'm saying, by then, you know what I'm saying, if you try to go to the pros, you know what I'm saying, they're going to look at, you know what I'm saying, business-wise, okay, that's a liability, so, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, everybody became something, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, hey, I'm proud of that, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they still get honored, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, damn near every year, you know what I'm saying, on the anniversary of, you know what I'm saying, of the, you know what I'm saying, the championship game, you feel me, and then Don Haskins, like, yeah, he unfortunately, he passed away in 2008, you know what I'm saying, but, I mean, he lived a long, good life, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna say it's unfortunate, but, you know, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, hey, I definitely give my flowers to him, you know what I'm saying, but, like I say, he started all five, and then, like they say, right after that, oh yeah, all schools started recruiting black players, so I'm like, yeah, and it only takes that one, you know what I'm saying, to make that, you know what I'm saying, to make the courage and make the sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, to make everything better, and then, hey, yeah, rest is history, you feel me, but And so yeah, that's my whole thoughts and opinions on that, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, like, comment, subscribe, also share my videos, whatever you want to do, whatever you can do, I'm down with it regardless, you feel me? So till my next video, y'all already know what it is. I'll see y'all in a minute.